was 5 and he was 6. We rode on horses made of sticks. He wore black and I wore white. He would always win the fight. Bang, bang, he shot me down. Bang, bang, I hit the ground. Bang, bang, that awful sound. Bang, bang, my baby shot me down.
But I just want to welcome along to Ballyfermot. I was going to welcome him as a Liberty boy, but he is a Ballyfermot boy. Born on Lafonia Road, then moved to the Liberties. So just want to welcome him along tonight and thank him for taking time out to do this, you know. Just before we do the health and safety here, could I just say that on Saturday, for most of the day, from 11 till 4:30, we have a Ballyfermot Heritage today here. We've had one for the last 16 years. This is the 70th one now. And there'll be music, there'll be old photographs of the school, there'll be videos going. So it'll be a great day. So you'll be all welcome along if you want to come here. That'll be next Saturday, this Saturday coming.
Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm Leo McGee. I'm a porter down in the City Archives, Grey Street Library. Some people have me listed as a historian. If I'm a historian, don't really know. Because what I learned on the street about this gentleman here, and that's what he was a gentleman. He, I mean, long after we're gone, no one will remember us, but this fellow will be remembered. I'll tell you the story about Bang Bang. He was born. Is this working? Yeah. He was born in 1906 in the Rotunda Hospital. 8 weeks after his parents married. That's premature, isn't it? His father and mother got married in 1905 in December, and Bang Bang was born the following February. His father was John Dudley at Chimney Street, and he came from Cuff Street. And his mother was Mary Kane, and she came from Bishop Street. And again, Bang Bang is born, they moved over to the north side in North Great Clarence Street. Probably didn't want the neighbours, you know. Everyone was wondering, did he have a family? He had a family, he had a brother and he had 2 sisters. His brother was James, he was born in 1911, and they lived in Buckingham Place at the time. He had a sister called Sarah who was born in 1909, and unfortunately she died in 1909. And on the bed Sarah had here, she was actually accidentally smothered by her mother in the bed. That's the cause of death. He had a sister called Mary Ann. She died in what's now St James's Hospital. It was the South Dublin Union. And on her death cert it says, member of an industrial school, inmate of an industrial school. Which means, like, Bang Bang's father died in 1914. It would have been, Bang Bang would have been the eldest. He was only 6 or 7 at the time. And Bang Bang's father was buried in Glasneville. Now, I found a record of his mother remarried in 1940, and she only lived for 4 years after that, and she was living in Kevin Street when she died. Now, my earliest childhood memories of playing on the streets of Dublin is around High Street, Cornmarket and Thomas Street. So I took it for granted, that's where I came from. In 1974, I was joining the army and had to get my birth check. Left a new old Ballyfermot. So this is the first time I've ever done this exhibition. So I said, well, not at the place to do it on here, you know. Now we done what the opposite of what other people was doing. We moved from left a new road because my father was from the Liberties and he walked the marathon line into Cork. Back into the tenements. But get my hands on them. But that's nothing. A few years later we got a house on Oranmore Road, the top of Ballyar at the time, nothing behind it. But this time we transferred to a more upmarket address, 57 St. Teresa's Gardens, where the Shelbourne Hotel was located. If you don't believe me, it's true, because I thought I lived in the Shelbourne Hotel because that's where my mother worked. So everything in the Shelbourne Hotel. So I was convinced I lived it. So I come home from school in the mid-60s and we're walking up New Road, take a shortcut up Mill Lane, and somebody's calling us out a little dark window beside our kids and Eckers, the abattoir. And it's Bang Bang. He lived in Mill Lane. He's choking his dinner. He'd be giving us some food out the window, and then we'd go over to see Mary Wallpaper. She lived on the far side. But the first time I knew who he was, I was walking along Thomas Street with my father. And I think it was the 78s coming down Thomas Street, the old street of Ireland. And there's this fella hanging out at the bar shooting the feck out of everybody. And my father was saying, quick, get down, you're dead. And I was thinking, this fella has a real gun. But he hadn't, he had this here, this is his key that he shot everybody with. This is the actual key itself. What we know about Bang Bang, it's hard to find anything about a family between 1911 and 1937 if they didn't own their own home. But thank God that Mac Tomas, he has Bang Bang living around James Street area, you know. And he worked in James's hospital in the kitchen as cleaning. But it's sadly, you look at I was doing research on a family there a few years ago that lived close to Bang Bang around 1911, and I found that between 1901 and 1911, this particular woman had buried her husband and 10 children from TB. But that whole area there was full of abattoirs ready, and you know, it was Ward's Hill, Newmarket, Mill Lane. So yeah, we're in Trees Gardens in the 1960s. So the reason why I joined the army was, anybody would tell you Trees Gardens, Fanny Marsh, Sheriff Street, Oliver Bond, you were doing okay on the interview until you get your address. Couldn't get a job. I went in there to get a form signed in Kevin Street Police Station to join the army, and Lux Brannigan was signing the form, looking at my address. It's a pity more if you, it's a pity if you more you goodiers up there wouldn't join the army. Well, I says, I wanted to become a policeman, but I can't because your parents are married. And he ran me out of the place, but he wasn't as tough as he was made out to be. There's 2 or 3 people I know that put him on his back. He was tough when he had a gang with him, you know. So, I've done this extensively because I've heard stories about Bang Bang, and they never quite satisfied me with the information that he had. So I said that we're going to do some, because of the fact that I knew him, and because of where I work, I said I could do this properly. Where are you from? This is what two police said to me one night coming home on Bull Alley from the dance. And I looked at it and said, Maryland. Yeah, I'm not actually from Trees Gardens. I seen you up there the other night throwing stones. I said I wasn't. This was Starsky and Hutch. They took over from Lugs. 2 detectives called Muldoon and Malay. Get in the back of the car. What did they do? We think of something, he said. So the next, as people from our areas would frequent the Bridewell now and again, the courthouse. So I walked into the courthouse, and that judge was there. There was 2 judges. But this particular judge, he was very fair. Fucking hated everybody. O'Huey, you might remember his name, O'Huey. So there was an old lad up in front of me, he was up the, he said to me, ran along in the court, all the coppers saying, how are you, Paddy? Up again, yeah. So he's standing in front of the judge, you see? And O'Huey says, so what did you do this time, Paddy? And the copper says, he was caught walking over doing stores with a frozen chicken. O'Huey says, Paddy, what are you going to do with the chicken? Potatoes and peas, he says. I can fucking know. A month or £100. I'll take £100, Paddy says. It's my turn then, you see. I haven't done anything. Preaching a piece or something. So I'm standing there in front of O'Huey and he says, this is what working class people have to prove simply because of where they live. He's looking at me and he says, where are you from? He says. What? I says, Trees Gardens. Were you up before me? He says. I said, well, that depends, you're not. well, I said, what time did you get up? I says, oh, smart fucker, he says. Do you have a police record? I said, I have 2 or 3. What do you mean? I said, I have walking on the moon. Don't stand so close to me. And everything. I meant a fucking criminal record, he says. I said, well, I have a fucking Daniel O'Donnell LP on. He says, you don't fucking hear that, that's criminal. This is what we had to put up with. I started writing poetry when I've written about 40 poems. I just wanted a couple tonight. And I'm in school, and the teacher says, I'm going out, he says, write a poem, and because it was snow the night before, he says, about snow. This is when I realised that I had a gift, because there was always words in my head and numbers. So I wrote this fantastic poem. I was about 11 or 12, and he came back. I brought it up, and he reads it, and I'm waiting for the praise, you know. Instead I got a slap. You didn't read that, he says. You copied it over a book, he says. I said, I wrote it myself. Couldn't get the priest. He stands up for the priest. This fellow's going to stick out my tongue. The black I was telling lies. And he says, where's the book? I said, I wrote that poem myself. People like you couldn't write poems, he says. And this is what he taught us, right? These people are getting paid to teachers. You're stupid. You're a gobshite. You'll end up sweeping the streets, digging the roads. I'd be a porter in the library. Or in the army. I've done all down and I never got a better class of people anywhere. So he says to me, I didn't start writing poems again until I went to work. I got inspired about 16 years ago. And I started writing poetry again when I went to work. I've written loads of them. But he says to me, when I was leaving school, at 14 we left school, we didn't want to go anywhere else like secondary because we thought it was the same as primary, that you beat the crap. That teacher I had, you had these big poles holding the window. That was his stick, half of one of them. The other teacher, snooker cue, and he says to me, what are you going to do when you leave school? I said, I'm going fucking home, he says. Fucking starving. Are you the eldest in your family, McGee? I said, no, my dad is. That's just a bit of humour you like to throw in. Because between the police, the church, the schools, if you're from a rough area, as you call it, you had no hope. Not with them anyway. So, here we have John Dudley. December 1905, get married to Mary Kane. This is Bang Bang parents. His father is a chimney sweep, and his father is William Dudley, who would be Bang Bang's grandfather. Bang Bang's brother, James, born 1911. I never actually found what happened to him. He must have went away. Probably went away to the, could have went away to the, he's too young to go to the First World War. My grandfather was in the First World War. And he used to write he was there for 2 years, and he'd write 5 letters a week to my grandmother. And when he came home, she was at the fucking knock with the postman. Terrible. My other grandfather, when he came back from the war, my other grandfather, he became a bus driver. And he died peacefully in his sleep. But I can't say the same for the passengers. God loved him. So, I'm going to read a couple of poems that I wrote, and I'll tell you what the relevance is. We were given this key in the archives, 2011. Where Bang Bang is buried, they realised that we still had it, so they gave us the key. So I was doing his life story, and I put this poem together. We went up to the Tibble to see the cowboys every week. And all around the 40 steps we played at hide and seek. Then off up to the Bano for their cocoa and a bone. While Bang Bang was on Thomas Street, in his pocket he had a gun. His name was Thomas Dudley, from Dublin, true and proud. He whipped out his Colt 45 and he scattered many a crowd. No mercy shown, he shot us all from every tribe and nation. And many a soul on Thomas Street was cured of constipation. I said soul. Now Bang Bang's up in heaven now, but his memory lingers on. For he left his gun in Dublin town for us all to gaze upon. And there's his gun. A few weeks ago I was coming home from work. Thanks very much. A few weeks ago I was coming home from work. And I turned into Francis Street and I couldn't believe what I was seeing and what I wasn't seeing. In the course of the day, they demolished the Tivoli cinema. It's which I remember Bang Bang mostly outside the Tivoli cinema after a cowboy film, shooting everybody. So I put this together. They knocked down the Tivo today. Sure, money will get you your way. And all of our childhood dreams are important to no one, it seems. I sat there with Bang Bang and heard him too. He shot all the Indians and he went home for the stew. Now here's to you big money men, for 'tis you with the stroke of a pen can destroy all our yesteryears with no feeling, remorse or no tears. Downhearted I'll make my way home, down Francis Street I'll sadly roam, and I'll tell the old folks on my way that they knocked down the Tivo today. I'm going to read one more time, a particular hero of mine that I wrote about, and then if any of you ladies or gents want to talk, I say this, but some of you are older than me, but you probably know stuff that I don't know. This is a tribute I wrote to Luke Kelly, and he was from the north side, but we can't do nothing about that anyway, you know. If ever the man that sang so well, he has yet to pass my way, that the man with the locks of the fiery red hair, I still hear them every day. Luke, all your song came from deeper inside of your Irishness and your Dublinness, how you sang them with pride. From the sons of Roisin to the men on the dole, when you stood on that stage, how you gave them your soul. It was not for the money nor the fame that you sang, you were the voice of the oppressed with that old Dublin twang. From the tenement halls to the slums of red bricks, how your voice could be heard from the docks to the sticks. At the Bill, John McKieran and Barney Mac too, they all stood beside you with our own Ronnie Drew. They lifted your voice to the heavens above, and for this proud Irish nation you sang of your love. On that sad fateful day when your eyes they did close, and up to the heavens the Master he rose. And when out St. Peter had called out your name, all the other great singers were all put to shame. Come in, Luke, and sit down, for we waited too long. For there's no soul that's in here who could better you in song. Anybody wants to take the poem, just take the poem there. Anybody like to say anything?
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job. I'm just going to get a drink of water. Yeah, you know, this is the authentic. You're never going to get a better Bang Bang story than this. But I'm lucky the fact that I know what I'm talking about because I was there. But because of what I do, there it is in black and white, you know. But what was wrong with Bang Bang? People ask me, they come in to do a program a few years on the tenements, TV3, and they started talking to me. He said, Jesus Christ, will you take part in this program because you seem to know a lot about it? I said, yeah. What was wrong with Bang Bang? There was nothing wrong with Bang Bang. No one was there as a shop on Mead Street. No one knew him. When he wasn't killing all the Indians and us, he was quite normal. I'd seen him going in. My grandmother, who was a dealer in the Daisy Market, lived on Usher's Quay. And where that merchant pub is now facing the Brazenhead, there's a small pub there called the Cosmo. And when she got too old to go to the markets, she wasn't too old to go to the Cosmo, was she? She'd be sitting there, and I seen Bang Bang come in on 2 occasions, sitting there having a pint. Quite normal. So, what was wrong with Bang Bang? Nothing. He was just a man that didn't want to grow up. And he was very proud. He gives an interview here. If you read this interview in 1979 when he goes into the home, he's quite lucid. Look, there's nothing. And he's very proud of the fact that he was born in the same year as John Wayne. But would a man like him pass on the streets nowadays? Not a hope. What was so special about him? Because we have nothing. And he was a form of entertainment. It was like seeing a film. I was bullied in every class in school from the age of 4 up to 14, I was bullied. Not by the person sitting beside me or behind me, by the fucker sitting at the top of the class with the big stick. They were getting paid, the teachers, but he didn't. He had a nervous disposition, and I think it probably came from when he was in the orphanage. You know, I think his defence mechanism was to make people laugh. You know, I don't know. I was in school. I never heard of ADHD in children in the 60s, because the cure for it was to kick up the hole out your elbow. Done the job straight away. Go into bed. You're in bed and you're looking at 4 walls and your friends playing out on the street. You're not in bed with a 65-channel television or a bloody app, you know what I mean? So I think it was better to have nothing, because that's why he was so special. There was characters like him all over the Liberties, like Thomas Street and all that. Harry Land, I remember him. Forty Coast was a bit before my time. Peggy Legg lived in my flats. Peggy Kilsworth. Noel has a photograph of Peggy in the shop window. We're going to go down to Mead Street and go to Fleming's. There's a photograph of Peggy, she was lovely. Ali Shannon. They all sat along the distillery there where the National College of Art and Design is there. They used to sit on the steps there. Some of them were very aggressive, some of them, he wasn't. He was, you know. I mean, the shop where he used to get cigarettes and Pimlico's still there, same guy owns it, and he said if he hadn't got the money he'd get cigarettes, but he always turned up on time Monday morning when he got his pension to pay what he owed. So yeah, someone, if you know anything that I haven't mentioned, feel free, come up and look at some of this stuff here. It's well worth looking at. He was here, he had a family, and he had a name. How did he die?
Yeah, how and when.
Like that. Here he is here. He died in 1981. In that home where he gives his interview from. So you're just talking, I didn't get his death cert because his death cert is too recent for me to get it where I work, you can get it. But yeah, I went out to, they were putting a plaque on his grave a couple of years. Some fellow opened a cafe out in Pittsburgh called Bang Bang's. Put a bucket on the counter, donations to buy a plaque for Bang Bang's grave, right? So the boss, my boss, the Dublin City archivist, she said, I think you should go out there, Leo. It was in the paper. Go out there, Leo, and bring us. I went out, and I was shocked to see on the plaque on the wall, they didn't even have his right date of birth, you know. And there was loads of people there. So I didn't show them the birth chart, just the poetry, the paper, the key, the whole. But the guy that actually buried Bang Bang was there that day. And he says, James Leo, he says, look at all this. There's about 60 people there that day. The day we buried him, it was only me and the priest. And that was it, you know. But he says this himself, he knows he's famous, like, you know, there's nothing, you know. He knew he was famous. And he said he wasn't mad. Some people thought he was homeless. He wasn't homeless. He lived in Mill Lane. I think in the later 60s he went to a prefab down the end of Hill Street, Bridge Street near the, what's the name of that pub? The Brazen Head. They built prefabs, and that's where he goes. As I was saying, I didn't find what happened to his brother, but his sisters died very tragically for the little baby, you know. So the Bang Bang's father died in 1913. Bang Bang's father was buried in Glasnevin. I didn't find out where his mother was buried. Not yet, anyway, but I will. Yeah, so he's famous.
How did he die off in the end?
Died of a Monday. I didn't get his death cert. I didn't get it. It's in 81, and you're only allowed for privacy records, you know. You'd actually have to go in to London and get his death cert.
And he was blind, was he, at the end?
Well, that's the home for the blind where he rented, so he thought he was, you know.
He did go blind there, yeah.
He went blind.
I knew he was almost blind.
Who said that? Oh, that, you know, I was in Specsavers yesterday. You know how I bumped into fucking everybody.
Sorry, so he never arrested just like that.
No, you see, there wasn't one bit of aggression in the talk. You know, he wasn't aggressive, like, there was some street fighters along Common Street that were very aggressive. Don't ever recall him being arrested. I've never seen him. I have access to all newspapers going back to the 1700s where I worked. And no, because I put him into the newspaper archive, and all I ever see is when people are doing shows on him, there's plays done on him. When he died, when he gave his interview, bloody famous. And it was, I know Joe Soap.
Leo, has Luke tell his family about that one?
I gave it to Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story about that. Not long before Ronnie Drew died, there was a thing in the conference room of Pear Street Library about John Malloy, the old Dublin actor, they say. And they say Ronnie Drew getting out of the limousine outside it. This is a Joe Monty before he died of cancer, a big cigar in his mouth. And he's walking around, he had something in his hand, I didn't know what it was, you see. He's walking around like this, Ronnie Drew. Still a hero of mine because, like, says he, people are pointing over me, so Ronnie comes over to me, says he, did you ever write that poem, he says. I said, well, yeah, I did write that poem, yeah. What about me, he says. I said, well, you're up in fucking heaven drinking the Leo, I'll write one for you, you know. So, the day he was getting buried, actually, I was coming to work, I was passing Bunny House in Marion Row where they all started off. And from the time I got, this is the way I write poetry, it's incredible, I could have done it, I could have been doing it for 40 years longer than I'm doing it because of that school teacher and the priest. From the time I got to Bunny House to Pear Street Library, I've written the poem. I didn't bring it out, it's called The Voice of Dublin. So a laminated with that. Jimmy Kelly was at the Hamilton, Luke's brother. He died a while ago. I laminated that with a poem, and Ronnie's son lives in the Temple, just off the kiln there, you know. So I went around, had them laminated together, knocked at the door, and he came out and he says, Fagan, I says, I'm not a mammal. I says, I told him the story about his father, how he promised to read the poem, you know. I said, I used to work here on bookstore and theatre. So he said, Jesus, that's fantastic. He said, the stuff my father was working on when he died, or releasing it down in Dublin next week, which was going down. And unfortunately, I ended up working with Julie 10 o'clock. But I'll give him yes. What do you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I met him twice, you know. Them people didn't realise how good he was, you know. Yeah, they didn't know how good he was, you know, themselves.
I wrote down
I mean, I went to a local over here, I went to see him a few weeks ago, Pinbar Fury in Bigger Street. You know what I mean? And he can do what he does and still be the same person as he was, because they lived in the Liberties before he went to Ballyfermot. They were down the bottom of the hill there with the caravan. And he actually said that himself down in Bigger Street. He said, remember, when he was coming into Bigger Street, there was a line between Bigger Street with a steel pole in the middle. He said he used to try and jump over it, nearly ruined himself.
I asked him to do a charity show for Herman while I was told. We met him and he said, just pick us up and I was going to bring us down and give us 2 quid.
Fantastic.
8 quid.
Remember when he's walking in the JPO?
I was with him in Birmingham the night before Kieran broke up the rain and rejoiced.
He had 6 daughters, Kieran.
Yeah, I know.
His wife still had, which was, I haven't walked to a series, I haven't seen a series for a while. Kieran's wife had a house up at the foothills of the Dublin Mountains.
That's right.
With a glass porch made onto the front of it, out of what? Guinness bottles. The glass porch was made out of Guinness bottles. But you see Ronnie Drew before he took up the musician so full time, he's working as on the switchboard in the GPO. And down there somebody wanted to make a phone call to London, he had to go through that, and he picked up the phone, hello! This was a wife of one of the government ministers. I wanted to put a call through to London, you know. And I was taking a bit of you know, taking a few minutes. As it was, the technology was striking and everything. And you know, I'm trying my best. Do you know who I am? She says. He said, do you know who I am? She said, no. She said, go fuck off then. That's fantastic to do, you know. I couldn't believe when he drew us on Dunleary with an accent like that, you know what I mean? They were just unbelievable, them people, you know. And where did Luke come from? Sherrill Street, Chapel Place. Where did Finbar come from? You know what I mean? And Melvin May. You know, all these people. See, no matter where you're from, if you have it, you can't keep it down. You see? And nobody can keep it down. If you forget where you came from, you're lost. If you don't forget where you come from, you can go back and you'll be welcome. Ask Brendan Drake.
Yeah, now you're dead.
That's it, you know. I love for it, you know, I have a passion for it, you know. People have been happy for years to do this, you know, and Ken, I was having a smoke outside a few weeks ago, I was walking overtime out here, and Ken walked up to me and says, you're Leo McGee. I said, well, that depends on who you are. No, he says, you're saying some of your stuff, and he says, would you come out and do a talk Dublin Heritage Week? I just said, what about the place? What do you mean? Because of all the people that's out here on Ballyfermot, if there is lots of here, I could say, oh, it's fucking born in Ballyfermot. Left Ballyfermot, lived in Ballyfermot again. I was in Ardmore Road, sitting in the house on my own, must have been when I was 6 or 7 at this time. I had a bloody scream, and the poor woman from next door was out in the middle of the road. I know who lived beside me, you know, we lived in 149 Ardmore Road there. Tenancies, Crowley's, Guilds, the Marrow was on that road as well. But what happened was, this is the way it was. The woman was actually sitting watching the TV and a big bloody horse was looking in the window. They didn't have to get like, the gardens up there were fantastic, you know. Oh, the shite that was in the horse. My father's favourite jokes, the two lads outside Grange Down and the farmers going away with the handcart full of manure. I wonder to the farm. What's that for? She said, that's for me real Bob. She said, we get fucking custard on Amazon here, he said. That would be Dad's favourite joke, you know. He was only young when he died, he was only 44.
We never thought about John Portico's.
Yeah, he's before me, actually. You know, yeah. You know, I can talk about Johnny Portico's, but I don't talk about anything unless I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about what. I've seen photographs. Yeah. And where did you see him?
In Russell's Cave.
Yeah.
That should go around for Cow Street.
And did you ever see that photograph that's knocking around the Portico's? You'd see it somewhere here and there. I was just wondering, is that really him? Because the photograph was taken down in Sandyman.
Yeah.
Must have been a fit man if you walk out the bleeding Sandyman. But, yeah, well,
See, now with Cow Street, kids on Cow Street. And then all along with little daughter used to sit around when they're coming home from school.
yeah,
And used to talk about the noise and 16 Royal.
yeah.
What you call it.
Yeah, my grandmother used to. There he is there. Now, see, that's Portico's. I never met that man, see.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody ever met him. And
That's Cow Street.
that's Kill Street, is it? I thought it was Carmen's Hall, is it? No.
Cow Street.
But, unless I know what I'm talking about, I won't talk about it, you know.
Yeah,
But it's certainly great to hear someone talking about it because I like to learn this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I have a passion for this type of thing, you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know, but we used to see him every day.
Well, yeah,
Coming home from school.
every time I walk around some part of the Liberty, something's had to disappear.
Walk up around from that.
Really?
Yeah, around some of the road.
I must have no bus there. But, no, every time I walk around the Liberty, something's had to come up like a hotel and something's had to disappear. You know?
Well, we would have told him one time, Lord Mason, that when he died, they found a lot of money in his coats, pockets of footmen.
I had an uncle that was on his deathbed and he called the solicitor in to bear witness to what he was giving to his sons, you know. And he said, he young Michael, he said, I'll give you the 4 houses in Dalkey and the 2 houses in Foxrock. You, John, you can have the 3 houses in Tegnmuir and the 2 houses in Templeogue. And he said, you can have the 4 houses in Sandyman. And you get outside. And the solicitor says to the son, Jesus Christ, your father must have been a millionaire, wouldn't he? He says, no, he's a fucking wedding planner, he said.
Excuse me.
You don't know to come back to
Dublin Character was Mixer Reid. And like I know he was on the Royal, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, we have footage. We have an exhibition in the archives there a few years ago. We had footage of Mixer in the Royal. Mixer used to hang around with Johnny Massey. Johnny Massey was 6'6". Mixer lived in the flats.
And then later on, when they were knocking down the Royal, he worked
As a tea boy.
as a tea boy.
He'd make him the tea. And he used to be in the parades. He worked in the Olympia. I was seeing him when the Olympia was there with my father. He was in the St. Patrick's Day parade. He was a cranky little fucker. Well, that's a point, you're all jeering them all the time now. They're going down to Mother Care to get your soup Mixer. But he did, he hung around. In the flats and threw them with Johnny Massey. 6'6". And Mixer here, where he's arm around his leg. You just wouldn't see it nowadays, but he did. He lived in the front block of St. Teresa's Gardens.
Sorry, I'm just telling the story about Bang Bang.
Yeah.
So I lived in Bramson Road. And in between Bramson Road and the lane where you lived, Newmarket.
Yeah.
And there was a police station in Newmarket as well.
Yeah.
So we'd be playing football in Newmarket. And Bang Bang would run up with his key. He shot all the players.
Yeah. And what did you have to do?
Well,
Yeah, they took and throw yourself on the ground.
no, but we had to run to your friend, right? And we'd all gather again. And then the police come out. We'd run again. We never got to finish it. He didn't actually. And like your story, that lady said, Mixer Reid.
Yeah.
He'd come along, we had no ball. Mixer, he'd have a few ball from working. The Royal said, go out and get a ball.
Yeah.
Come back with the ball. You're not playing, get away.
Had a little silver on the ground.
And O'Keefe's and Ackers was one goal.
That's where Bang Bang lived.
Yeah, and Young's, the more practice, that was the other goal.
That's right.
Well, you great guys playing across Newmarket.
Oh yeah, because Mixer, he put me up to it. That was the story. Like they were in Hovis and Coventry. The pub was gone now and Johnny Massey was at the counter with Mixer. And Johnny looked and seen 10 shilling note on the counter. I was there, Mixer, yeah. Pick Mixer up. Mixer took the 10 shillings. Martin Hope came and I said, I'm fucking saying that, he said. He said, he put me up to it, he said. that was the joke. Where did you say, Robinson Road?
Bramson Road.
Is that where you're from? Or you live down now?
Originally, yeah.
I live down there now. We live in Newmarket Street. Yeah, we moved from
Bramson Road.
yeah, we got married, we moved over to York Street and then I got back to the area, got a house in Newmarket Street. Well, no Spanish can retire. He's still got his commonality and we'll do community chemistry. But they're up in the flats one. This is the fellas that have you in Cork actually. Actually, the other judge that I told you, I didn't tell you his name, he was a judge that was in the Second World War and had his testicles blown off. And his name was Justice Mickey.
Leo.
Leo, it's not much fun too.
There's a pub there called in the Coombe called Whiskey. What's the name of the whiskey place in the Coombe?
Tailings. He lived down the side of that.
There's a bar upstairs called after Bang Bang.
Yeah, that's where Bang Bang lived, right down the side of that.
The bar's called after him.
Yeah.
But the papers never printed that last week. They printed a copy shop up in Fitzborough. They never printed a bar in.
I don't think Bang Bang was ever in Fitzborough in his life, to tell you the truth. But I went out to that plaque thing and he hadn't even got his date of birth right, you know.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to do something about a gentleman like this, do it public.
And he was being chased around the Liberties by Jumbo No Toes.
Didn't know him, no.
Yeah. Redmond was the name for Francis Street.
Francis Street.
Yeah.
Francis Street was actually one of the most densely populated tenement was around that 40s, 40s and 50s.
Leo, who was is a famous character, Kitchen Dogs for Corporation. Who was Harry Lemon? What's his right name?
Don't know his right name.
Nobody seemed to know.
He got the name because he was always jaundiced from the drink and he never shaved. Hardy Lamb.
And another fellow in James Street called Damn the Weather.
Yeah, I read about him only through Mark Tomas's stuff, you know.
Was he an ex-army man from the British Army, was he?
I don't know. Shell Shock Joe probably was. He was, you know. Yeah. I had another uncle that came back from the war. He had 2 wooden legs when he came back from the war. And his house went on fire and he was wooden to the ground. He went for the bus the next day and the bus went full.
Sorry, Leo.
Okay.
Sorry.
How are you? Eddie Gibbons is my name. I actually work at Flanagan's that looked after the burial. I actually laid Bang Bang out the evening that he died. And the next day we was at the pallbearers, we lowered it in the graveyard.
Well, that's Flanagan's in Angel Street.
Flanagan's in Angel Street, yeah.
Thanks to Flanagan's in Angel Street about 3 years ago, right? I was able to reunite with a girl with her mother who was still alive. She was born in the 60s, right? Now, I've done some family through the Flanagan's, I know them and they know me. The lads, they get their suits in Cable Street and all that. This is, my main objective in life is to help people find out who they are, because lots of the people that went around from the industrial schools, the orphanages, when they went to the institutions, they had a door slammed in their face. Now, they found a few, well, most of them was, maybe the only time I found a mother or a father or a grandparents or someone that in Mount Rome or Glasgow. But this lady came in about 2 years ago, and she was only born in the early 60s out in St. Patrick's on the Navan Road. She was taken by a couple down to Kilkenny. Now, she's a nice adoption. She's a school teacher. But what happened was, when she went to St. Patrick's, the orphanage, about her adoption, no, wouldn't tell her. She went somewhere else, wouldn't tell her. So someone had recommended me to her. She came in, and luckily enough, she had a birth cert, and on the bottom right-hand corner was an address for her mother, and I found out where in the address, I found out death notices. And when her maternal grandmother died, she paid for the funeral herself, still in her single name. So I said, that's great, because I've got problems. The woman never got married, you know. She went, took the bull by the horns. The family had the chemist up in Rialto in the 1930s and 40s. They were grandparents, and her father would have been a grandfather, died young. He was an engineer. But she took the bull by the horns when I found out the funeral, who paid for it and all that type of stuff. She went up, and she says, priest, is he here? No, he's not here. But he's still alive. And she went out. He knew her mother, I knew where she lived. I'm having a great time now. And people will give me information like that because you know why I'm doing it. If that girl had to go through all the red tape, her mother could have been dead. Again, she found her, you know. But when she rang the orphanage, the nun on the phone says to her, "You're leaving a bit late now to be looking for your mother, isn't it?" And 1964 or something. I said, "That's really up to date, you know." So I rang the orphanage and I said, "Listen to you. That girl rang and said, looking for her mother. You should have checked her mother's file to see had she made contact. Now that she's making contact, it should have been all. Them files all gone to Tuesday." I said, "Well, forget about it, you know." But I had a great time, because that woman has 2 grandchildren she didn't know, and how she was able to find out who her father was. And stuff like that. But did you do Bang Bang's mother?
No.
I'm nearly certain it's her. She got married in 1941 again. I found Mary Dudley, a widow, getting married. I won't say the name of the guy she married in case it's not her, you know. But she died 4 years later, and she was living 38 Kevin Street. So they would have done that funeral. Because Flanagan's is about the oldest, apart from Nichols, are the oldest undertakers in Dublin, you know.
Yeah.
And they've been out with me over the years.
Yeah, they brought out a book there recently, 200 years of you know, the company, some good reason.
Yeah, I was over getting my uniform a few weeks ago. We got ours in Cable Street as well. They make the suits for the lads in Flanagan's, is that right?
Yeah.
Kids. Yeah. But I must be about 8 or 9 years ago now. Flanagan himself was in with me. And I was tracing back his family from him through church records, you know. But yeah, making a living out of doing. Yeah, so what have we got?
Leo, you mentioned a few things there that reminded me of things. Finbar Fury, his mother and father, when I started working Tom Street in Arthurs, they used to come in every Thursday for country butter. He used to get it out of the country. She was a beautiful woman, Finbar's mother.
Oh, he spoke about her.
Yeah,
Baker Street a few weeks ago, out the full coat. Yeah.
And you mentioned the Marlows who lived beside him. That Marlow was famous, very famous in the Ballyfermot. He painted a horse, a white horse, painted and rode it into Navan's pub on it. And Finbar, he was there.
As you do, you know. But,
the horse died of paint poisons or something like that. I heard that. You painted the horse.
Jimmy Connolly. That's James Connolly, not the other fellow.
I'm still alive, by the way. No, I just had to tell you, I was born in Bang Bang Street,
And my mother died when I was quite young, and the whole family were sent away to an orphanage. And I eventually got out early. And the reason was because my aunt came down to see me, that's my mother's sister, and she found me with 2 black eyes. Now the nuns were in charge of the orphanage, but, and I want to say this firstly, the nuns never touched me. There was 2 bullies in the place where they knocked the shit out of me. I don't know why. Maybe it was just a little bastard. Still on, by the way. But anyway, the history about Bang Bang, I remember. Because my aunt used to have a shop in Augusta, St. Augusta Street, the father's shop. The shop was falling down. How it actually stayed up, I don't know. But it was eventually, I think it eventually was demolished in 1966. But I used to see Bang Bang regularly, going up and down on the 21 bus. And believe it or not. And the funny thing about it is that he said the same thing, but nobody seemed to. I've yet to meet somebody who says the exact words that he said all the time. And all he said, no, he didn't say lovely. He said, it's a lovely day.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lovely day.
Yeah.
And then he shouted bang bang, and he swung out the pole with the bus. And I have to say, there was another man there that used to sit on the he sit on an old iron box outside of what was after it was Lockman's pub, but Lockman's pub wasn't there, on the top of Bridgeford Street. And he had, and I always thought this was the man you were talking about earlier. What do you call him? Harry Lemon. Yeah. And he had a beard and red hair.
That's Harry Lemon.
And he stood there for most of the day, sitting on the box, right? And he had a Bible, and he read it, and he barely had it. You could barely see his eyes over his glasses. A lovely man, but how he actually listened there every day. And it was. Dublin was full of people like that. It was actually full of people, and were fantastic people.
Yeah. And what do we do nowadays? People like that here.
Pardon?
People like that nowadays, or someone will kick the shit out of or something, maybe pour someone and set them on fire. You've seen it happen over there. But, because the town must be running through the 40s. That babies and all being counted on the 40s.
And my granny actually lived in Brabson, I believe it or not.
That's right. We found that, didn't we?
And my father walked in the...
Tell us a story about what happened when your man came in to rob your auntie's shop.
Oh, yeah.
We found this in the table, we found the photograph of his granny in the 60s.
Yeah. Leo has helped me. I have to say now, I owe him a lot. Sorry.
I'll take a check.
No, but it was... Sorry, I've gone after...
About when your man came in and tried to rob you.
My aunt had a shop in Augusta Street, and her husband went away to the war in I think, he was only 12 or 13 years of age when he went away to the war. And he came back and he had a very, very bad leg, and he couldn't walk. And he couldn't, the main thing, his leg was the only bad part of him. Everything else was bang on. Because he ended up having 9 kids.
I don't know you got his.
But anyway, one day she was in the shop, and she worked in that shop from morning till night. She got 10 o'clock mass either in John's Lane, or she got 12 o'clock in Anna Marie's on the way back from the market. And she worked in this shop, and she worked there till 10:30 every night, and she wouldn't give me a bus fare home. Oh, jeez, no. I had to walk. Actually, I had to run, because she walked faster than I did. But anyway, she was a fantastic woman. But she was there one day on a Sunday afternoon, and it was an All-Ireland final. That's how I remembered the week. But anyway, as she was in the shop, this fella happened to come in and she says, lovely day, yeah. He says, have you any cigarettes? Oh, she said, yeah, how many, what do you want? And she says, yeah. And she went to go just to get the cigarettes, because she kept them under the counter. and there was nothing wrong with them. They were genuine cigarettes, but like, there's no two ways about it. But she went to go and give him the cigarettes, and he went around the counter and went to grab her. Now she was 70, she was roughly about 70 years of age, and she bet the shite out of him.
We found this in the bag of the phone.
She bet the shite out of him.
Didn't mention that Allen from the liver.
He didn't get a penny off. He didn't get a penny off, but he starboard.
And he gave up some Alton as well. The night he had me in Kevin Street police station for that drunken disorderly thing where everything made up again. I was standing there and this woman about 70 came in. She said, Sergeant, Sergeant, I might have been sexually assaulted. The sergeant said, Jesus, Maggie, that was 40 years ago. I said, I know, but I like to reminisce. But that's true, we found that story and there's a photograph of Jimmy's auntie outside the shop. And
yeah.
Well, we know.
Her name was Annie Farnham.
Annie Farnham, yeah. Gustin Street.
Her husband went away for the way to the bar. But when he went away, he was younger, much younger than he should have been. But he was about 13 or 14.
Tough.
But he used his brother's birth cert, who had died, I think, about 5 years of age.
Yeah, that was it. There's fellas now still getting pensions from the Second World War. Remember there, I have a cousin. He's getting a pension from England and he never walked into the big place.
And he part about it. While he was away, he eventually came back. And now this is and it's strange. I'm in the process, I finished just the blue part, by the way. And it'll hopefully be published this Christmas.
Good.
But there's no two ways about it. Sorry.
It's very good book, I read it, actually.
Don't tell them that.
I read it as well.
Didn't know you were
No, sorry.
Yeah, I just want to say I lived in Kevin Street, years ago. But like your story, my mother got a house here in Ballyfermot when I was very young. And then she decided, Jesus, I'm not staying out here in Ballyfermot. Jeez, why did you put me out here? She got a tenement room in Kevin Street, so we all had to go back there.
Yeah, we got 2 houses we had out there.
We lived there for years, and I actually got married out of
Kevin Street.
Kevin Street. I used to watch Loves Gone By because we were in the front, and you mix or read all the characters.
That was that the Ivy Trust store?
No, I lived in the tenement, just at the corner.
Cross Kevin Street.
Crossroad.
Cross Kevin Street.
Well, there was a fish shop, and their house was next door to the fish shop.
That's where my wife's father came from. He came from.
Was it?
Yeah, Lee, the name was Lee.
I got married there, but the thing is, the story, when I got married, I was kind of on a honeymoon. You didn't go far. I went away for 3 days, and then I came back. And the husband liked pigeons, So we got a...
You're not getting no chicken or something instead, no?
What? The tea chest they used to have.
Oh, right. Don't take me deep.
So we started having the tea chest to make a thing for the pigeon. And we got the back room, as they used to say then. We hammered around to the back room, So we said, okay, I'll be bringing them off when I go to work. Just keep an eye on them. Now, I didn't mind if pigeons were going in and out, but we had to get our water on the landing. We'd no water.
That's right. You want sink on the
Yeah, so I'm up at the landing with Rosie next door, and we're yapping and yapping. Rose said, Jesus, I didn't think pigeons had that much energy, not boxes hopping. Jesus, how did they die? But when I went down, the cat was after getting me.
What did you do?
And the mother comes in and he says, no, I was crying earlier. I tell you what, but sorry. He got the pigeons and he picked up the dime and he looked at me and he said, I don't know whether to ring its neck or your neck. No! Anyway, we got over that and then I set the house on fire.
My mom lady used to make me walk the plank. But he couldn't afford the dog. No, I had a dog that used to take the postman on the bike. I had to take the bike off the dog. Yeah, but see, these things.
We're all in a room. I mean, the one room I had, I'm thinking, I had the bed, I had the dressing table, I had the coffee table, I had the cooker, all in the little room. But then, the room was so small, I was kind of house proud to hide it in 10 minutes. And I had nowhere to put anything like cloth, polishes, you know, that didn't have a...
Or the piano or the chandeliers.
I put them in the pot with the cooker out of the way, you know, tidy brass on polish and all. And then I decided one day to bake something in the oven, and I'm sitting there and I'm saying, geez, that wallpaper's getting ready for right. And the drawer was on fire and on the rags and again, the house was in bits. I got over that again, I set it on fire again.
Avoid you down the my place. No,
we were 54 years married, so...
I got married in 1978, and the best man speech was, I'd like to thank you all for coming here at such short notice. But it's not fair. I got one ring, that's 41 years ago, and my wife got 3 rings. She got a wedding ring, an engagement ring, and a supper ring. That's what she said. She couldn't make it to me, she's not well. But yeah, it's just, if you look at, say, the thing I loved about being a kid now, because I didn't know I loved it so much at the time, because of the way I hate it now, is the hospital. I mean, they were spotless. When you went into a hospital, if you went into the Mead or the Adelaide or Harker Street Children's Hospital, and you look down the corridor, they shine. The line up, the nurses with their...
But they were run by the nuns.
Yeah, well,
that's why.
No, not the Adelaide. Adelaide was positive. But the smell was unfortunately got you. The hygiene. You know?
Yeah, but there was a different approach to it all.
Yeah.
And it was definitely the nuns that would have injected that into it.
Now, I went for a thing there a couple of weeks ago. He said we sent you out an appointment, and I think it's not a Mickey Mouse thing, but it's I got the appointment this morning, February. Look at the fucking VHO. No, I'm not, but it's, you know, it's, I don't know, as I'm saying, like, you know, every time I look around the Liberty, something has disappeared or something has come up from nowhere. There's 2 hotels that have been built beside me in the last couple of years. They've done away with the parish centre. There was a great parish centre in Carmen's Hall there, no one knows it well. But all the old people from the Liberty could go in there any morning of the week, sit down and have a chat after breakfast. Harper wouldn't flow like the Bano. Stage, velvet curtains, piano. Never know what the church says to the government that they turn it into a wet hostel for a load of Eastern Europeans. And as a result of that, I'm walking around my dog and they're going around, you see, you look away. But they don't take the people, you know, to me they're like the Tivoli, you know. We're talking about Bang Bang, that's why I associate the Tivoli with Bang Bang and the Tivoli, Bang Bang and the Tivoli. They don't care, nobody. We had the great custodian in the Liberties, he's still alive, John Gallo. And he's gone very old and he doesn't. But even if this had happened, this Tivoli thing, it wouldn't have happened without a fight. No, no.
That's absolutely right.
He was great, he fought with Key and all that, and he said to me years ago, you have to take over when I go, Leo, he says, as being trained, you know. But they don't care, you know.
He's the only councillor in the history of the country who never took 1 penny expenses, John Gallagher. Yeah. Not 1 penny.
What about that? He lived on the count, lived across from White House.
What happened to the photographs that you had? I used to put people onto them around the stone.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
They're stored somewhere, and nobody can tell you where it is. Nobody knows where they are. It's a more
What happened to the Ivy market?
Well, you told
Is
the
it
cargo.
still there?
Still there, you told the cargo a few years ago, went down to the basement, things were flying along, it's going to be this, it's going to be that.
Back up again.
Nothing.
Yeah. Back up again.
Lock back up again. Lock back up again.
You only sold it there before she went over to the Daisy market. I used to sell
Some
it.
guy was supposed to invest 20 million or something into it.
You got it for a £1 note.
He got it from a strong.
That's what it's
On the promise, he put so much money into it, and he reneged on it. The corporation had already started working on it, trading out for him. He had no money at the
They're trying
time.
to take it back from him now at the moment. It's going to the coastline.
You're not going to go to the Dano.
Oh, yeah. So I mentioned that in Bang Bang.
That's fantastic.
We didn't go, but only for poor people. He's in the stew house. Anybody here from Alia? But we used to go to the shoot house. This is the shoot house over here. I remember that when we lived on
That's down with the...
That's all I'm here. No, we didn't go there. We took money from poor people. We were never in Ballyfermot either, the sunshine home. Someone went to Ballyfermot and I went into the dormitory and I was standing there and I says to the brother, I suppose things are going to rape me. No, he says, what's them things on the bed? He said, they're sheets. But until my man got the job in the shower one hotel, excuse me.
You told him to turn that phone off.
I'll turn your wife off. So that's, you know, that's my story. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for coming.
We can do photographs here if you want the key and so on. And don't forget next Saturday we have it. Sean, I think you got some material, did you? From this tonight. Yeah. So you're quite welcome to come down here on Saturday 11 o'clock. Good 4 o'clock to be music. Thanks again.
Taking photos. But that's what he said, get on the bus and shoot some that.